Hello and welcome back to Cities Skylines and a rather unusual episode of Better Cities. And today we're going to talk about FPS and performance. So FPS, as you all know, is basically frames per second, and the higher it is, the better your game is running. And somebody pointed out in the comments a couple of days ago that I shouldn't call this thing Better Cities. I should call somebody from a local computer shop and get a better computer. And that is actually a fair point. That is true. This city is not performing all that well in terms of frames per second and a lot of the things. And one of the reasons for that is that I'm actually playing on a laptop. It might be a powerful, but still just a laptop. It's got 16 gigs of RAM, 4 gigs on the video card, and it has Intel i7, and it's still not really enough. As you know, if you have a lot of mods, if you have a lot of assets, your city might need at least 16 or more gigs of RAM to run smoothly. But here's the thing. First of all, it's just a kind of a hobby that came out of nowhere during the pandemic. And what I'm trying to do here, there are many ways to play this game, and what I'm trying to do is build a city that I like. I don't really care that much about how it runs, but I do care about how it looks and what's in it. To some point, it's kind of a similar idea that I think Alejandro has, and I do recommend you go check out his channel as well. It doesn't really matter all that much. There are so many ways to play this game. You can play this game and try to make money. You can play this game and manage traffic like Beaver does on his channel. You can play this game to build beautiful things, and if you use a lot of mods, you can build a lot of things that are not actually functioning in the game. They just look like they are. But that's the way you play it, whatever makes you happy. And for me, it's about, first of all, it has to be fun. It has to be fun for me in the first place to do this. And it is fun. It is fun because, you finish your work, you come and you have something fun to do. You build a teeny tiny city, a whole universe packed with 400,000 people, or after the death wave, 300,000 people. And it's just fun. And it is fun to look into urban planning. It is fun to learn about architecture a little bit more. It's not just about the performance. It's not necessarily has to be performance. There are so many other aspects to it. And as you can see from this footage, the game is probably running at around 30 frames per second, or maybe a little bit less than that. It is not ideal, but let me be clear. For me, when I build my city, the game is running for like 10 to 15% of all the time that I play it. So it's not that big of an issue. The only time when I run the game is when I need to see the changes applied and how that's going to work out. It's not really about having it running all the time and getting peak performance, managing the traffic and making money. It's about the fun part, and I believe it has to be fun for you in the first place. We're not trying to make any kind of education out of this. It's about having fun. So yeah, maybe at some point I will switch to something more powerful if it becomes a little bit more than a hobby, or if it becomes a hobby that I'm willing to spend extra money on, or if I need it for some other things like work and so on. For now, I think I'm quite satisfied with what I have. And yeah, I'll still be building this city. We'll see what's gonna come out of this. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. This one is probably not gonna be very helpful, but performance is a thing that I never covered before, and now I have. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.